And hello there everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is a mod overview video, and I am so happy to finally bring it to you. And it is of a very special blaster to me, one of the most expensive blasters I own, and that is the Stinger Rayven, aka my Excalibur, named accordingly because it was a very fitting name at the time. And I personally really like the Rayven as it is. But the Stinger, of course, just a N-Strike yellow variant Rayven. Very nice base for lots of projects in this, just to make it as tactical and really just an awesome functional blaster, making it and leaving it mostly stock except for some just attachments and things thrown on it. And other than that, we're just going to dive on in. So we're going to start standard, front to back. This is just a barrel attachment point here for the IR beam that goes to the ammo counter up top here. But we'll get to that once we get to the ammo counter. This is just the threaded cable going up to that ammo counter. Nothing else physically done. The 3D printed mag holder here by 3D Printed Solid. Super nice. There is a reason I keep it upside down. And I will always keep an empty magazine in it. A lot of people don't understand why I leave an empty magazine in it, and that is, generally, I start with it empty. People usually ask me at wars or when I have it sitting up on my wall, why do you leave the mag holder empty? Doesn't make sense, you could put another mag in it. Well, what I do is, I start off with it empty, right? So, as I'm changing magazines, it's easy enough to put that up inside the mag holder, pull from a pouch, and pull into the mag well, in which case there's a magazine in there now. And then as I'm running around, going through, in this case, a 15 dart banana magazine, or normally what would be an 18 round straight, I can be picking off people, going into my dump pouch, and doing this odd motion, which I can still be firing at this point, revving and firing, suppressing people, and be loading up my magazine to then drop back in a pouch depending on what it is. Something like this is not too bad to leave in here for a bit, but generally they'll be, it looks kind of weird with an 18, but maybe a 10 or the 15 round banana mag flipped upside down would look a little weird, but that is what it is. Next up, underneath the tack rail here are two half socks, one small, one big, and they fit perfectly under there. So if I do get caught reloading, I can easily just take it out and just whip a sock. And of course they are just super easy and nice. It's always good to have backup shots per se, that you can just get out and you can just whip a sock real quick. If you need to, you can whip two while you're retreating. And then of course you can pull out your fresh mag and pull that in. So, the sight up here is the ammo counter, V2 by Ammo Counter. I actually did a review of this, and it is a super nice 3D printed part with the ammo counter in it. The IR beam up here, hopefully that is in focus and not just completely blurry. You can see it doing its job there and then resetting. So, very nice. It also has iron sights up top that are just so far up you wouldn't be using them anyway. Further back is the normal jam door, but what it operates, this down here is a hidden away voltmeter. So when you pop the door, you can see right there, this is approximately running about 5.9 volts. We're just running on stock voltage in the tray right now. But it's very nice, very discreet, very hidden. And I didn't want to leave it so when a magazine was out, because I like storing my blasters without magazines. Makes it easier for me, especially up on my favorites wall. Makes it a lot easier just to have magazines out of them, which would have left it on. So it was very easy, so if I need to stop and check voltage, I can just pop the jam door and keep going. Other than that, I usually just run it with a 15 round banana mag to start, which will of course end up top there. Holds in pretty nicely considering it's a worker part, but they are pretty much molded the same. It does look pretty stupid, but even if I needed to cross draw and throw it back in, would not be too difficult. So now we're going to jump on to internal modifications. Again, there is the voltmeter. It's kind of internal, kind of external. Again, wired up to the jam door, so jam door open, voltmeter comes on. And that was very simple. I just kept one of these stock switches back here, wired with the wiring for the voltmeter up top, and then back around to the battery, to the batteries here, which I just have a worker style thumb screw for the strife, and of course just normal Duracells right now. But internally we are running on Michel 2.0 motors. Right now they're in the stock cage until I get my Open Flywheel Project Raven cage. I have smooth blaster part flywheels, correct. They're a little bit concave, which help the darts, and they're also a little bit further together. That will really help with the Open Flywheel Project, because it's a high crush and they'll be a little bit further together. So that will be great. And other than that, that's all you really have to do. And then again, just everything's been lubed, standard modifications, new switch, hobby grade wire. No, I'm sorry, automotive grade wire, because we're not running off a LiPo. Yet anyway, if I can find a LiPo that will fit in the pouch here, we can take up to a 2S, and then of course I will do the rewire. But 16 gauge automotive rewire, cherry switch, and everything you can do to a semi-auto blaster to make it work a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and fire off the 15 round banana mag. Might get a little loud, even though we are only running on approximately 5.9 volts. One thing I don't like about the banana mag. And that's the end of the magazine. Very quick. It's very easy to shoot off every single dart in the mag. And then of course to pull across. Super easy to then throw that up and pull out a fresh one. So that is the Excalibur. It's took a very long time to find a Stinger Raven, especially nowadays, considering either they all have homes, or they're not in really good shape. This one only has a few scuffs on it, right over here. Very subtle, you can't really tell that that's one at all. And just some minor wear over here. That's just from being chipped or dropped. It's gonna get more wear as it is gonna be used. It's not just a showpiece. But it is super nice. I do like Ravens, so now I have the full collection. So that is always nice. Ravens are super cool. They're super rare blasters nowadays. And I cannot wait for the Raven Fire to come out, and then I can fully complete the collection. But as that blaster is not released yet, I consider my collection of Ravens to be complete. But again, guys, that is the Excalibur. If you have been checking out my Instagram, you will know this was done a while ago. In its completed form, I just was doing some testing and some fine-tuning of how far I had the flywheels spaced onto the flywheel cage, as well as playing with the different flywheel cages, or I should say flywheel possibilities, but all in due time. But as of right now, this is her in her completed form until I get a flywheel cage. Won't make another video on it because it's just a flywheel cage. I might review the cage when I get it and if I get it. But until then, thank you guys very much for watching. Peace out, and I'll see you next time. And hello there, everyone. And if you stuck around this long to the end of the video, I do want to throw a little bit of an update in here. I am going to start taking commissions now. I'm only going to be taking a few, as I am just testing myself with it. I've been doing a whole bunch of paint jobs, as you can see on my Instagram. You guys can go check that out at Rackets96. You're more than welcome to go ahead and take a look. I do have some cool paint jobs on there. Just completed this one right here. This is a Disruptor with a black vinyl dye base coat and a white, a automotive white kind of sprayed on, and then kind of just sprinkled in other places. You could see here and up here. And of course done with soap masking, all intentional. I wanted these odd lines. This is a personal blaster for me, of course with a gloss clear coat, and then over the white is actually a glow-in-the-dark Rust-Oleum clear coat. So this does glow in the dark at very subtle lighting. It usually charges in daylight or by a UV LED, which I am in a basement right now, so even if I turn off the lights, you wouldn't see it anyway, because glow in the dark doesn't really come through on cameras very well. But it was just for the paint job. Very nice. I do have a really cool paint jobs planned in the future, as well as modifications, commissions if I get commissioned, or just personal blasters that I want to make. So thank you guys very much for watching till the end to hear this, my commission update. Small commissions I think I can handle. The way I do my commissions is also going to be on my Instagram. I should say already is up on my Instagram by the time you will be seeing this video. And thank you guys very much for watching, for being subscribed if you are subscribed, and just checking out the content and checking out the channel. And again, please feel free to go ahead and check out my Instagram and give me some support, some comments, some feedback. Always love to hear that. And again, guys, thank you very much for watching. Peace out.